Hey guys, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. I know, it's weird that I'm doing a Pokemon video instead of a miraculous video, but I love Pokemon, so deal with it. So, like the title suggests, I'm going to be talking about what I think is going to be going on with the new the new starters, and what I think their final evolutions will be. So for those of you guys who don't know, since Gen 4, yes, it was Gen 4 that started it. Why does everyone think that was Gen 5? It was Gen 4. Ever since Gen 4, the starters have had a theme on what exactly their final evolutions would be. For Gen 4, it was Chinese myths. For Gen 5, it was fighting styles. For Gen 6, it was RPG classes like that you would see like in D&D and other RPGs. And then in Gen 7, it was superheroes. Now some people may not have caught on to this. I've said it multiple times back when we found out what the starters were going to be. I was like, holy cow, that's Green Arrow. Everyone kind of figured it was Green Arrow, but no one started thinking like, oh yeah, they've all got something in common. They were still just like, I don't know, but they don't necessarily have to be in common, but they are superheroes. Obviously, Rowlet's final evolution, Decidueye, is Green Arrow. Incineroar is Black Panther, and the final evolution of Popplio, which I always forget her name, is Dazzler, an X-Men. Most people obviously don't think of Dazzler. She's like just there in the comics. Nobody actually thinks about her. She's not been in any movies, so it was kind of obvious why people didn't quite catch on to it. So yeah, she is that one is Dazzler. So I started thinking a while ago what I think the next starters will be based off of, and for the longest time it was Greek gods. Basically because the Greek gods are probably the most well-known of the gods. So I wasn't quite certain. And then we got these, and my first thought when I saw Scorbunny was the Messenger of the Gods. Let me make sure that I get his name correct. It's Mercury for Rome, but I'm just... Messenger... Hermes. Yeah, Hermes. Yeah. So, that was my first thought. I was just like, wait a minute, that's the Messenger of the Gods. And I never remember his name, but it's Hermes, or Mercury if you're for Rome. So, yeah, trying to figure out who these other people were is a challenge, though. And I can't really say for sure, like, maybe he's Poseidon or Triton for Sobble, but we've already gotten with the whole Trident thing with Empoleon, and a lot of people don't, for some reason people don't like that. Seriously, people, what the heck is wrong with you? Empoleon was awesome. And Grookey, let's be honest, he looks like the Monkey King. Like, obviously that's not a Greek god, it's a Chinese god, but come on, people, it looks like the Monkey King. So, it's possible that instead of it being Greek gods, it would be myths, with Scorbunny being Hermes, and Grookey being the Monkey King. Which, considering the fact that there is a Monkey King TV show that is freaking awesome on Netflix, no sponsor, but still, considering the fact that there is a Monkey King video or series that is actually kind of popular, it feels kind of obvious. Like, oh yeah, he's definitely the Monkey King. So I do want to say that he could be possible, but the thing is that we've already gotten the Monkey King. However, I think that they may still go back with it. It was just like because of the fact that that one he did well. It would just it's an odd thing still, but it's possible he could become the Monkey King. I could also see a few other gods, probably like a musical god. Figuring out the exact details is a challenge, but could definitely see that. Sobol is the only real issue. Like, yeah, there's a lot of water gods. Like, Poseidon is like the one that everyone thinks of, and Trident. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's possible that Sobol will become a Poseidon-like god or creature, Pokemon, whatever. But I do have to talk about the other option. And this is an option that I don't like. A lot of people say things like, "Oh yeah, their Scorbunny is gonna be a fighting type again. There's gonna be a fighting type, and nobody likes those guys." So, but I don't think that that's the case. The other possibility is that all of these guys would be based off of classic sports. So, if you're American like me, then Scorbunny would be soccer. Or, for everyone else, it's football, or football, whatever you want to call it. Grookey would be a drummer. I'm kind of imagining, like, marching band drummer. We'll see what happens exactly, but I think that could be cool. And then, obviously, Sobol would be a professional swimmer. So, those are the options that kind of pop into my head. But here's the other thing that's also important. Since Gen 7, we've had something with all of the starters being primarily focused on one thing. Basically, the starters had something in common. So for this one, that's just what they would become. That's just what they would have right now. So Sobol is pro swimmer, Scorbunny is the soccer player, and then Grookey is drummer, whatever. It's not maybe cricket player. I don't know. And that's how it's going for now. That's what it is for the first starters. But then in the final evolutions, we actually get a new thing with the whole Greek gods or other gods. It could be really any gods. So that would be fun because we all know that in Gen 7, it started out as these are circus. Like Poplio was the seal, Rowlet was the conductor, or whatever it's called, and Litten was the tiger that jumps through hoops. But then we got their final evolutions, and everyone was like, no one realized it, but they are superheroes. And yeah, it's a weird concept, but it's still, they are the superheroes. So, I don't know. That's the other thing. Once we get the second evolution, or the evolved form of these guys, that's when I'm going to say that these are no longer, these are not sports players anymore. Because usually you can see little bits of pieces inside these starters to see what exactly happens. For Rowlet, it was the most obvious, because Rowlet went from this happy-go-lucky little feather thing, or little grass thing, to this edgy teenager, to frickin' Green Arrow. Rich boy emo, which, yeah. That's probably the most obvious of all of them, because he went from being this happy-go-lucky little kid that is rich, obviously, to this still rich but emo kid. That's, like I said, Oliver Queen, to finally being the Green Arrow. So I think that once we see the next evolutions, we'll see something along those lines, and we'll see exactly where they're heading with this. But for now, yeah, we'll just say that right now they are sports, some sort of sports person. But in the final evolutions, I'm saying right now, and I don't know if I'm going to be right, but I'm hoping I am, that they will be gods. But anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this theory, and also don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, because once we reach 50 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So also leave your questions for me down in the comments below. If I don't get enough questions, then I will do things that I would imagine people would want to know. So, yeah. But, again, let me know down in the comments below what you think of this theory, and what questions you would have once we reach the 50 subscriber special. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!